So let's move to our next keynote profile. I'm pleased to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Pradeep Kachakayala from the USA. He is a cloud data analytics and AI expert with experience in scalable architecture, business intelligence, and digital transformation. He will be presenting on the topic autonomous AI agents in CPG and retail industry. With that, warmly welcome Mr. Pradeep.
Hey, hello team. Just let me start sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hope it's all good. Okay, hey, this is Pradeep Kachakayala. I'm from New Jersey, USA. I've been having almost 20 plus years of experience in cloud data and AI technologies. I'm an individual independent researcher and also working as an engagement manager at one of the largest North American supply chain and CPG company. So with my experience, I'm trying to, with all the AI around, with the knowledge I have from the foundation on the cloud side and the data analytics side, and now everywhere we are moving towards AI side, right? So I'm trying to do my own research with the partners, how AI is gonna evolve in the CPG industry and retail industry, and how it is gonna help us, right? So how it can improve the industry, how it can, because whatever the investments we are doing in the AI space, it has to be reverted, right? Why we are spending so much of money on the AI? Somewhere, it has to be useful. Otherwise, there is no point of investing in RI, sorry, in AI, right? So that's the agenda. How these autonomous agents can help us in the industries like you name it, like any other customers, like even Walmart, Costco, or even the back end B2B customers like Unilever or any of that, or Johnson Johnson, how they can use the agents to evolve and to get into the profits. So that's the idea. And here I'm talking about all the how do we architect that kind of solution and how it's gonna benefit the industry, and how what are all the use cases which already kind of shaped up and going on in the industry. So it's altogether a 1.5 trillion dollar industry, what we can assume. So these agents will unlock across the globe all the CPG operations by 2030. Here in all my deck, I try to present around next 5 years vision on agentics, right? Agentic AI. So what our assumption or our forecast is, so it reduces 38% of trade promotion waste. I hope everyone know trade promotion means like discounts, how the company being applied discounts, and there are various tools out there. But what I can forecast is 38%. Definitely, we are going to have the wastage which is happening with the current trade promotion tools if we are implementing properly in agentic AI, and 32% decrease in supply chain costs through the autonomous demand sensing. So 27% revenue lift from AI-driven dynamic assortment agents, right? And overall, the 5x speed of launch decisions in the R&D support. And R&D is so important for any company. Every company is struggling right now. How do they speed up their R&D? So this is a breakthrough of complete the agentic model here: the sense, reason, orchestrate, and optimize. How do we sense the data which with these agents? How do we sense the data, and how do we reason it, and how do we orchestrate? Because it's just not one single AI we are talking about. We are talking about agents and on top of agents and on top of agents. It's like almost like an employee, right? So we have a group of R&D, we have a group of HR, we have a group of finance. In similar ways, we in the future we're going to talk about group of agents in our organization. Like the way employee number one, maybe employee number two can be an agent. So we need to orchestrate all those agents, and then how do we optimize those agents? If the agents are not optimized and properly governed, we're going to have problems in our futures, right? Again, when I say problems, it's again waste of the money. So now, Yeah. So demand sensing and forecast agent. So what is that we are going to do here is what is the five high sorry. Yeah. What are all the use cases we are looking at here? That's what I'm gonna talk about it. Demand sensing, forecasting, and trade promotion aggregation, event, agentic R&D, and automated supply chain orchestration and sustainability. So how is it? I don't want to spend much of the time. It is little self-explanatory. So we have the use cases. How the companies can invest and how do we get return of investment in this with this agentic AI. Here is a kind of a high level technical diagram. What are all the agents gonna do in one organization? Because if you look at any one CPG organization or one retail company, what are all the agents it can be deployed? I'm just representing as a one over here. It doesn't mean one. It can be many too. So say suppose I have a supply chain group, R&D group, and ESG group, and trade promotion group, and demand forecasting. Right? I'm going to build all these agents, and all these agents. It's not like it cannot act as an individual agent. That agent has to work together with other agents to share the data and to share the experiences and things like that. So that is what the orchestrator we are talking about here, which is agent on top of an agent. So that particular orchestrator is kind of a what do you call, you call it as a CIO of a company, or a VP of a company, or in the manufacturing space, or in the R&D space, or in the any of the particular, that particular guy is going to, our agent is going to manage all these agents. So these are all some of the use cases. The customers like Unilever, Nestle, Coca-Cola, and see, if you look at all these customers, already they're kind of helping, trying out, and they are forecasting. It's not like they are succeeded already, but they succeeded to some extent. But other customers are still trying, and this is the forecast they are looking at, where they reduce 30% reduction in the forecast in Unilever, and 5x faster product reformulation cycles in Nestle Coffee and Coca-Cola. We all know it's a 200 million incremental revenue for AI-driven dynamic pricing agent, because Coca-Cola has different brands in different countries and different prices. So how do we how do we estimate all those, and how do we, so somebody is doing it manually right now. So future is with agents, and these are some of the companies they already made a success. And this is an overall journey which we are looking at from 2025 to 2030. In 2025, agent assisted planning. So we are right now doing the planning with the agents, and then how are we going to do in 2026 is autonomy. In this year, we are going to use that particular data what we got from the last year to apply in our trade promotions, and then the future, right? How do you manage all these brands, and how do you get at the end 2030 autonomous CPG as an enterprise, so to manage all these particular agents, and how do we evolve to get whatever the investment we are doing. So these are all the some of the challenges. It's not easy because see, all these organizations, you name it, right? They have issues with their data. How do we baseline this data is so important than anything before you invest, before you start investing into this agent. So before you start, our research says, my research says at least, to invest a little bit early than later about the data which you have. You have to streamline your data, you have to streamline your data sources and correct your data and keep it properly, then try to project it and try to use your agents to play around, because agents is, again, end of the day, it's our it's not humans. They need some kind of a foundation to start thinking about. I know it has their own LLMs, but we should go with a proper data foundation, then only it works properly, or efficient solutions you can get it. So agent coordination complexity, retailer data sharing barriers, because it's not we cannot get all the data from all the consumers, right? All the business B2B units, they may not be sharing the data. We may have to rely on the public platforms like Reddit or Amazon or something like that. So those kind of challenges you need to change as well, and then change management, commercial teams. So these are all the little challenges when we are dealing with. And yeah, by 2030, what is next going to happen, right? So the autonomous in CPG industry 2030 may look like this. So self-managing brand P&Ls and autonomous ESG management and zero touch supply chains. So this is all overall maybe we can look at in 2030. Yeah, I think this is pretty much what I have in my vision when we are dealing with these autonomous agents across these industries. This is, of course, my research area, my experience is towards CPG and retail, but definitely these agents are already agentic AI is already playing a key role in pharma industry and every industry you take it. But again, every industry it may be different use cases, but the foundationally the governance and the data streamlining is so important for the agentic AI to get succeed in the any of the industry. Thank you and thanks a lot for the opportunity. If you have any kind of questions on this, please reach out now or later. I'm available on LinkedIn. My name is Pradeep Kachakayala. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pradeep, for your insightful and industry focused session. Your expertise in AI and enterprise solution was highly impactful. If any participant has any question, they can raise their hand.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pradeep. Very good evening. I have
Thank you.
one question for you. That is, what governance can be imposed on this agent?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. So regarding the governance, right, it is so important, as I said, the agents itself to act as its duty. What we are thinking in this solution is to orchestrate all this agent via an agent. As I said, manager on top of manager, why do we keep something like that? So right now the organizations are only focusing on their own agents, but what we need is say suppose something like that, you are chatting with suppose bank agent. If that bank agent is not solving your problem, you try to escalate to another manager, right? In a similar way, in this agentic AI and orchestrating agents, what we are planning, what we are proposing to the organizations is, if my agent is not working properly or one agent is gone bad due to any of the code issue, the other agents should, while they are doing their own job, they should look into the agent which has a problem too. So, and also to look into all these agents, the another agents is another orchestra, main agent is also going to talk to all these people. So that's the governance we are planning to put together for any kind of this architecture. Otherwise, if any, why if a company is relying on few agents and nobody is looking after that agent, that will be a problem. And when it comes to the governance on the deployment part, because at the end of the day, it has to live in either cloud or on premises or something. How do you strengthen your network security rules to have the proper governance? And also on the data and LLM models, so what kind of LLM models are you using in the backend? Are you using from the company or from the outside vendors? Because we are really relying on only that particular data. So better to be cautious before even rolling out that particular agent. So that's the kind of governance we are looking at over here. Thanks a lot for that question. Hope it clarifies.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh, it gives me all the clarity what exactly I want. So one more question, that is, what are the challenges, main challenges in deploying AI agents in real world CPG environment?
Yeah. That's a fantastic question, and every company is already facing this problem. It's a main problem. I would say it's data. Nobody has the data foundation properly set up. I mean, it's not a gap. It's not a mistake. It's a gap. It's over the years, the companies couldn't able to upgrade their system. Say, suppose I know one of the customer. They are on an old ECC system. They didn't upgrade it to S4 or latest. You might be hearing, right? HANA is the latest SAP system. So nobody, I mean, some of the customers are still in the old system. So obviously, when you are in the old systems, their data is not properly aligned. And even the data is there, everybody working on Zelo. So the data team works in some way, and master data team works in other way, and marketing and finance team needs the data. So they don't have their data properly laid out. So that is one challenge, and the second challenge is the infrastructure. To again, as I said, to deploy any kind of agents to any kind of agentic AI environment, we can go to SaaS environments, but it is so costly because everything is ready. I know, but it is to get into even integrated to our system. It is so complex. So if you want to develop your own agents, again, the infrastructure has to be baseline. The infrastructure with proper data center, with high speed internets and proper connectivity, you should have it. So I would say these are the two challenges. One is in related to infrastructure and one is the data available. Once you have these two, it's easy. It's easy to do any kind of. We can rely on agents to do our work. Before that, if you do it, we can do it. Again, you may end up in failing.
Yes, so data and infrastructure, the main challenges. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Pradeep. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time and clarifying my
Yeah.
all doubt. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot for this opportunity. Thanks a lot. I'm following the other sessions so far. Those are all fantastic, and thanks a lot.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, sir.
much, Mr. Pradeep, once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So it's my pleasure to introduce Professor Indranil Mukherjee, Head of the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning at Nav Sayadri Group of Institution, Pune, India. Along with his dynamic team, they are actively fostering innovation by organizing impactful and knowledge-driven hackathons, and today they will be presenting their insightful